Welcome everyone to some more Gundam card game action. And I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute. This isn't a recap of the live stream that happens over at Bulldog Community Gaming LLC on Tuesday nights at 6:30 p.m., which you guys can find links down in the description below to join in live. If you guys cannot join the Gundam card game action in store, once again, Bulldog Community Gaming LLC hosts their Gundam card game nights on Tuesday, 6:30, $5 entry. Well, that's because there haven't been any live streams for last week and this week. Mainly because, if you don't know, last week Indiana went through a cold spell. Snow, ice, freezing temperatures. Who the heck wants to go out and that? So, we don't have any content for that. Not mentioning, I think a lot of people were kind of really bored of the GDO2 format. It felt like you knew what decks were winning, and if you really weren't playing the decks to counteract those winning decks, there really wasn't a reason to play in GDO2. So, towards the end of GDO2, people were just kind of bored of the format. But that doesn't matter anymore, because we got GDO3, and with that, Scott just hosted his GDO3 pre-release. Which means, of course, we didn't stream for the pre-release because everyone's busting open new cards, reading new cards, figuring out what to play, and they're just really mishmash decks. So, again, if you've never been to a Gundam pre-release, you are given a certain set amount of packs. Scott does 6 for his price of entry at $30. So you get 6 packs, you bust open all 6 of those, and you build a 30-card deck, no more, no less, of any amount of color. So you can bash every single color in the game into one deck, and then you play a best of 1 30-minute game, how many rounds people are there, and then you do get some nice, of course, promo cards. The promo cards here, there was a promo for the new Freedom Gundam Meteor. You got a promo of a nice looking art of Mikazaki from, of course, Iron Blood Orphans, which I think has the art style of Akira Toriyama, the famous, may he rest in peace, Dragon Ball artist. And then, of course, you got the Zaku 2 from this set that's from the War in the Pocket version of it. I forget the full name of that Zaku 2. But you got that promo and the pilot for it as well. But nonetheless, I competed that. I got first. Scott had his on the 3rd, so I was able to get first out of all of that, which was really, really nice. My deck was okay. And unfortunately for me, my pulls weren't great because I pulled LRs that I already owned playsets of. So, I got some extra cards in case someone's ever looking for those LRs. But that means you guys need some Gundam card game action. So, Mobile Suit Arena is a great fan-made project to come play some Mobile Suit Gundam action. So that means that you can come in and try out that deck you want to take to your locals. Try out that deck for the big competitive scene you're going to. Try out any deck before you go to do anything. Maybe try out a deck you're thinking, maybe that's good, but I'm not completely sure. Again, if you guys have a locals, I still highly recommend you guys go support your local gaming stores by going to their locals, playing those games, and all of that. Mobile Suit Arena is here for you to play Gundam online to allow you to, of course, mitigate that action if you're in between your local scene or anything like that, or you want to try out a deck before you go to your locals, or try out a deck before you go to your big tournament. So, we're going to play a game in here and see how well we do. As a reminder, remember, Gundam is a best of 1, so we're just going to do a best of 1. We are going to go into the rank mode, so we are going to play against some ranked players, but our area as well. And we're going to take good old Clan with us. That is right, the 𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐘 Clan got some new good support from GDO3, and it makes Clan so much better than it was in GDO2. And I'm a big fan of Clan. I like what Clan did in GDO2. I tried it out, and it's okay. I wouldn't call it the best deck. It basically was a deck where you needed all your pieces to be going in the right direction, and you needed your opponent not to be sticking you faster than you can get your pieces. But now it feels like this deck has some new good top-end stuff. We got a new red Gundam. We got the new G-Fred in this deck. We got Nan, another pilot for this strategy, and we also got the new 𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐘 8-7 that comes down as well. We're only playing one of that. I'm just telling you, we're only playing one of that because it's not the best unit to play multiple copies of, because it's very restrictive on dropping onto the board. So we're going to jump into our ranked match and see if we can take a win with our 𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐘 clan deck. Our game has been found. We are allowed to choose play first or second. Of course, we're always going to play second. I have yet to really meet many decks that ever want to play first in the Gundam card game. Let's see our starting hand. I mean, we did start pretty well here. We got also Shugi's Hideout. We got the Red Gundam. We got the 𝐺𝐔𝐻, the 𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐘. This is the one you can get if it's linked that you get first strike. I think we'll keep. We have a pretty playable hand here right at the start. Here. So that's pretty nice. I mean, this is a good, nice starting hand. So nothing much my opponent can really do. There's no way they have anything to start the turn. Again, thanks to the fact, Machu already with this Gundam, which is pretty nice here. We're just going to immediately play a unit, and we're just going to pass. Our opponent does get their action if they want to play such an action here. Completely automated. You can't swap some things over here. Again, we're just going to immediately pass out the turn. This is mainly going to pass out the turn because there's nothing we can actually play because we're tapped out and we don't have another one drop. We could play like Sugi's Hideout, but again, we can't really play that either. Okay, we could play the Requiem here, the 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐄, Tobra's Requiem GQ, but I don't think that's really worth it. Let's start off. Let's play a base. Let's go for Shugi's base. Let's take that top card. Ooh, okay. That is the 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐄 from GDO2 that, of course, deploy like the top 3 cards of your deck. Maybe they play 1 clan unit. Whether that is level 4 or lower among them, return the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck. We're just going to attack our opponent here, attack their base for the 2 damage. I wish we had 1 more damage here, but I don't think we're going to get that just right now. We do have, of course, the Red Gundam here that is the breach on it. And on attacking, choose 2 friendly clan units that get +2 AP during this turn. So technically, if we waited 1 more turn, we technically could have powered that up enough to immediately knock out that base. We also could have just played the 𝐒𝐓𝐾𝐄, the Requiem as well for the turn. And again, since we're over here in Mobile Suit Arena, I don't know if my opponent is playing right now white. Okay, we got something with white right now. That's going to be a lot of different things right now for white. So a Lurthrith to immediately be able to set a blocker. We have the new card again from GDO. Our good, we're not cancel. I want to look at this how I play it. Action, main burst, choose 1 enemy use for a lower, deal 3 damage to it. If there are 2 or more improved techniques in card name your trash, you may choose 1 enemy unit instead. So we could just hit this. This is, by the way, a main and action card as well. So thinking here, let's just drop the Red Gundam, and we're just immediately going to end our turn. There's not really a reason to concern ourselves with the Rith right now, because again, we have next turn to drop this Gundam. When we link to with Machu, we do immediately get first strike, because when linked, if another clan unit and play this unit gains first strike. So we're going to drop. So our opponent's going to drop on us a Zort and a Requiem. This is the Rigdias. Apologies, that's the blocker one. Nano, wow, we're going to be able to have in another turn, we're going to be able to have this link, which is pretty nice. Let's drop the good old guy. Then we're going to play Machu under this. Then we're going to select Machu. That is unfortunately, that only has the Zeon tag. It does not have the clan tag. That is correct, by the way. The 𝐒𝐓𝐻s are not clans, they are Zeon unit. Alright, so we can attack our opponent, and then we can select both of our units. We could power up the Red Gundam as well, but we don't really need to. And mind you that we do get Breach 1 here as well, which does mean that we can immediately just hit this, but the Breach does still trigger, so we are able to remove that as well. So we're then going to attack my opponent again. Minder, when we're linked, we do get first strike here, so our opponent does take the block. He does immediately die to the first strike. And we are going to swing this as well because there's no point. A Corsica base. Unlucky enough, this base does nothing while active. So if it does come out of the resources, it's not bad for us because they don't get to trigger the effect. No blockers assigned. Okay. Well, they're only going to live on that base on 1 damage point. Okay. So after that, pretty much that battle ends. There's nothing really for us to do. We're not going to send Nan out. Again, we do have the G threat here, which we can exile one power from our deal 1 damage to all enemy units. When linked during this turn, this unit may choose an activated unit with AP less than or equal to this as its attack target. And place the top card of your deck into your trap phase. You place Z on a clan, effect choose 1 enemy unit and deal 1 damage to it. Just going to choose the Lifrith here. We're going to hit the hit our Zaku with that. They could send the Dias after that, or ooh, we're playing the Unicorn with the Banger Links. Okay, do we have? Interesting. Do we happen to have? So he's going to go after the 𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐘 here. We're going to trade. Oh, because if we had the Unicorn Destroy mode in hand, we could have played the Destroy mode off of that and killed the Unicorn. So again, Banger Links, when linked, does allow you to Bonanger, I think people call him. I call him Banger. I think his full name is actually Bonanger. No matter how you say it, but I think it's Bonanger. I think that's how you're supposed to actually saying his, not Banger. It's Bonanger. But anyways, once he dies off the Unicorn, that Unicorn's effect triggers. So this Unicorn here, when a pilot, when linked on destroyed, you may add the pilot back to your hand. That is required. That is not a you may. That is a you must add that unit back to your hand. So to add that unit back to your hand, so you add it back, and then from there, you basically then have to pitch 1 card out of your hand. Well, typically, if he had actually had the, I'm going to do this. I'm going to select this just to kill that immediately off the board. And then we're going to play a unit here. I know there's nothing for this to really utilize, but I'm not too bad about that one there. Just immediately getting that blocker off the board is pretty nice here. Allowing us to have this. As well as we'll be able to ping the damage here. Okay, so he's got another Unicorn, the Bonanger. There you go. Bonanger, I call him Banger. I guess it really is Bonanger. He's going to go and kill the base here. I wonder if he has the Destroy mode in hand. I bet he does. This will trigger Sugi's Hideout. We're going to ping 1 more damage on the Rift. So does he have the Destroy mode? Because this would be then where you would trade out the Destroy mode for this. Okay, interesting. We're not going to just guard base here, which is interesting. Okay, so he's going to swing. I guess he's getting aggressive. There goes our red Gundam. We still have 4 left to his 4 as well. But he didn't guard his base. He's not dropping the big Unicorn as well, which is pretty dangerous because, again, if I knock this out, it means that it is kind of useless. Okay. Well, I mean, we will drop this. We could activate the effect here. We're going to play the pilot, putting under Nan. Under there, we'll select Nan's effect. We did basically bench something that we can kill. There's no point for us to activate this effect. So Bonanger deals back 6, and we're on a 7. Okay, so we can go attack opponent. We can knock out the Corsica base. I really don't want him to have the ability to, let's see, he's at 6, so technically the big Unicorn comes out, but I'd rather him have to burn much of the big Unicorn here, so we're going to swing. We'll kill this off. We still have the once per turn pay 1 effect off of this as well, if need be. If we kill that, we survive. Again, he has to draw 1. He gets back the Bonanger and then bins a card there, and there's not really anything else to do, so we'll just pass from there. I know we're tied on life as well, so I'm not afraid of that. We really do need to see something else. I mean, we do have, lucky enough, this is a deploy effect, but I would like to see another Matsu. All right, well, unfortunately, another Unicorn. By the way, because Unicorn now has all these things, so now you have full armor. Now you have full armor Unicorn Gundam Unicorn mode, and you also have full armor Unicorn Gundam Destroy mode as well. So you have that one, which makes Bonanger so much better because now you can link the Bonanger to another object. So the big question is, where is he going to go after? Okay, so he's going after the resources here with the linked Bonanger. We'll kind of have to figure out what we want to do here. I think forgetting what the big Unicorn states on it. Interesting. 𝐒𝐍𝐶𝐄𝐒 𝐔𝐷. So let's drop this. We have 2 choices here. 𝐒𝐍𝐶𝐄𝐒 𝐔𝐷. I'm trying to think what we want to do here. Guess we could play this. Man, I wish we had a Machu. I'm trying to think. Well, I guess what we'll do is we'll attack our opponent. We're on 3 life. I know he's cycling 1 Bonanger around. Another 𝐒𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐒 base. Okay, why would we just get more 𝐒𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐒 bases? Do we just decide to go the 𝐺𝐸𝐻 into the unicorn here? This means that he loses the Bonanger, the banger, or Bonanger. I don't know why I ever called it banger. We do have the red Gundam trigger. We do have the 𝐺𝐸𝐾𝐒, the trigger as well. We do have these two. If we find another 𝐺𝐸𝐻 around, we should be seeing one. Again, this is when linked, it gets that effect. So it doesn't trigger on the attack and we can't activate. Let's just swing over the Bonanger. Let's get the unicorn off the battlefield. I know they can't play anything. Oh, it still has one more. Oh, shoot, it's a 6. Right. How much damage is I dealing back? I deal only 5? And if I'd known that, I would have, so let's see, the 𝐺𝐸𝐻's, oh, I was only dealing back 5. Holy crap. How did I kill that other unicorn? Oh, right, no, that was 5. Okay, yeah. Alright, well, that's on my bad there. I should have swung at the base. I could have knocked it out there and had him on 2 life with 3 dudes. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if it was 2 life, 3 dudes. There's now 3 blockers. Alright. Yeah, I think I could have knocked out the base there. 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐒. Yeah, we're going to add the 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐒. I don't know why we would add the 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐒 to my hand. Catch the freaking red Gundam. Or a red Gundam if we happen to pull it. Alright, he's going to go after the Dom. Alright, well, that doesn't matter to me. It just means that he didn't go after life. I would have gone after life. Force me down to 1. Force me to outplay you. I guess he knows the fact here that he's safe. Because technically there's not enough. But the problem is the red Gundam's trigger. Alright. We can drop this. I guess we'll just immediately not hit any clan. Alright. We could drop Neon onto something to buff it up. We'll select to put this under that. Again, this doesn't have, that's Machu needs to be connected to it. We will attack our opponent, hit base. We will select Suji first. Let's put that to, return that to the bottom, so maybe we can see something else. Then we will buff and buff. We'll buff those two with the effect of the red Gundam. As a reminder, we do have Breach 1 on this, so if he blocks us here and kills us, we still have the ability to survive. Okay, so blocker is going to be assigned. It's going to kill that off. Alright, battle's ended. Let's go. What do you want to do here? It's a lot of bodies I have to deal with only 2 life on me. I think I'm going to do a little sacrifice here. I know it seems crazy, but I think it's best to get these bodies off here. No blocker, of course, I wouldn't think that you would block. With 2 life and 3 bodies, I think it's just too risky. I think I got to get these unicorns off. I hate it, but I think I got to get them off. Alright. Yeah, I just need to get the unicorns off the battlefield right now. It's pretty cool to see Unicorn back, especially now it's got more support out of GDO3. Okay. Let's just play the 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐒. And I will go to, yes, we'll go to N, basically. I don't know when I burnt my EX resource. Don't want to tell me when I burnt my EX resource? Playing in action? What the heck action are you playing? What do you have? Naval bombardment, but naval bombardment doesn't matter. Yeah. In turn, go to 9. When the heck did I burn my EX resource? Sure, resolve, draw 2. Well, at least that's one thing. He can't. Well, no, I think he can still drop the big unicorn, but he can't drop big unicorn and attach the Bananger to it. That's the thing. Attacking his shields. Okay, so you have to have a link here. That would tell me you have to have a link. If you're swinging in your blockers at me, that tells me you have a link. You're just praying that this isn't a base. Well, there's our one of the big G-Quacks, like I said, the 8-7. That is, it's got the effect. Let me see. Yep, Kira attached to L-Strike bounce. Yep, he had the link. Like I said, he had to swing on that and then go for the link play. And that will be the game there. Unfortunately, Clan is not able to beat out Unicorn. Unicorn blockers. Cool to see Unicorn blockers back into the game. I think that's really, really cool deck nonetheless, guys. I don't know why he's taking time. Just choose a dude to target with Kira. I don't have any blockers. Last time I looked, G-Quacks doesn't block. You don't do no blocking. I mean, he's got to choose a target. This is Kira's effect. It's a you choose one immunity. It's not a you may. It's you choose. It's a you must. All right, hit that with a -2. No action to play. No action to play. Or the man's got an action to play. Now we'll just sit here and watch the action. All right, and we took a loss. Oh, well. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that Mobile Suit Gundam fun. Yeah, I think GDO3 brought a nice breath of fresh air into the format, everybody. New cards for a lot of decks, new ways to play those decks, and potentially maybe even a new meta. I don't think much of a new meta. I think Wing is still going to be around. The new Theo is going to be pretty cool. The Barbados stuff to now make like a Purple Rush strategy is really cool. So I think we're going to still see the exact same things. White's still going to be around. Blue's still going to be around. But I think now we're going to see completely different decks that do completely different things. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments on the gameplay. I will also leave down in the pinned comment my deck list if you guys want to see the clan deck I am playing. And while you guys are commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you get notified when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you next time on Mom Dragons TCG.